section now, we'll actually have three presenters. I'll give a quick update on the SPC initiatives for the last year and what we'll be looking at going forward. Samit will talk about the updates from the marketing side. And then we have a presentation from Matt Chang, who has been working with the foundation as an intern and looking at how to increase opportunities for member value creation. So just to kick off the SPC update, I'd like to start with just a recap of what happened in 2024. As Yang pointed out, there was a lot of exciting developments in the last year. Autoware, the community had our 9th anniversary. We were awarded the best raw software application. We started to see the commercial deployments of Autoware-based autonomous vehicles, and we'll hear more about that during the presentations that are coming today, as well as the next General Assembly. So Dr. Ali will be covering an update on DASDEC and what they're doing with autonomous buses. And then the Tier 4 side will be presented by Olivier on the 12th. The Center of Excellence, the university network has been growing. We're now 50 plus members. And the amount of work that these universities are doing with Autoware and the development has really advanced to the point where they're operating vehicles on public roads, developing next generation algorithms and technology on top of Autoware. And we're now working to transition this Center of Excellence into um, uh, a resource for the community and more actively engaged in the project. And you'll hear more about that both from Raul later in his update, as well as Mitsunomi-san in his TSC update. From the SPC side, over the last year, there were a number of new initiatives that we kicked off within the Autoware Foundation, specifically in areas around safety. So we kicked off the safety assurance work group and are doing work now to develop a open framework for verification, validation of AD systems and using Autoware as the reference. We've continued to work on the evolution of the Open AD Kit and are now looking at the next generation of Open AD Kit based on what's coming with Sophie. You'll hear about that later from Robert as well, the evolution of Sophie to Sophie.next. And then a couple of other interesting things that we've worked on are new reference design. So starting to work with Zane around the personal owner vehicle reference design, and Daniel driving the L4 reference design in the existing reference design working group. And we've started to look at how do we look at this transition to AV 2.0 to include AI and end-to-end AI within the Autoware architecture. Now, all of this, of course, is on top of the continued evolution of Autoware Core Universe, where we've continued to enhance the capabilities, the usability, the functionality, but there's still a lot of work to do around performance optimization, usability that we are working on as well. And one of the things that we want to do over the next year as SPC is help to better visualize and communicate how all of these initiatives tie together and provide benefits to the Autoware ecosystem, the community, and the companies that are participating in it. So this is something that we'll be working closely with the board, the ELT, and then the TSC and work group leads as well, how to better integrate these initiatives into the storyline of how Autoware will evolve over the coming years. As Daisuke mentioned, there's going to be a lot of work around the Autoware Foundation organization transition to um, driving technical and strategic growth, and that's something that SPC will continue to be involved in. So we've been leading with the Wharton Mac Institute, the project around assessing the Autoware ecosystem health. You'll hear about that today as well from the update by Valeria around the survey that we're doing right now, and the types of things that we're looking at that are going to help create member value. That's from the talk Matthew will be giving. We are continuing to work on developing Autoware's presence in the regional community. So Taiwan was kicked off last year. That's something over the next year we're going to look at how to mature and get more traction within the Taiwanese ecosystem. We're in the process of launching Korea, where they're formally have formally submitted their documents to the government for establishment of the NGO in Korea to represent Autoware. And we're actually in the process right now of doing the same in the US market for US funding opportunities through things like US DOT and NSF. So we hope that these initiatives will help grow membership and create opportunities for foundation members to participate in sort of local development opportunities. We'll continue to grow our alliance partnerships, looking at new alliances as well as building upon the existing alliances like Sophie and growing into their initiatives like SDV Alliance and the broader ecosystem around software-defined vehicles and autonomy. And then lastly, the COE, while it's transitioning in the new organization under TSC, because we're moving now to the phase where the projects are maturing and the universities are starting to be able to make contributions into the Autoware project. SPC will continue to work with COE on how to scale the network and increase the value for the members and the Autoware community for what's coming out of COE. And then we also want to start to create opportunities for the universities to collaborate more closely together. And we're going to do that through the establishment of regional research centers. Okay, with that, I'd like to hand it over then to Samit to give the update from the marketing side.